Super stoked to unbox and show you this. This is the TobenONE 18-in-1 USB-C docking station with HDMI. Again, it's got 18-in-1 USB-C docking station. It does have 120 watt power, so it's going to charge everything, multiple screens. It works for so many different setups, Mac, PC, different operating systems, stuff like that. We'll jump into, I'll explain all of that, but let's jump into the unboxing right now. Okay, so I'm super stoked about this one. I have a dual monitor, podcast mic, camera, light setup here. So here's your quick start guide here. Again, if you're on a Mac, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you're going to need to download a driver. If you're on a PC, I mean, that is the dream setup that you could have right there. Two 2Ks and two 4Ks. Again, we have a double monitor screen, so we'll kind of walk you through that. Here is all of your potential displays here as far as display 1, display 2, display 3, display 4, with all of the different connections, ports, different things like that. And then here is your kind of map of what this looks like. You also need to register your product for a 24-month warranty. That's here as well. You can go to the website there. You can scan this QR code if you have any questions, different things like that. So I'm going to keep this out because I may need to use it as a cheat sheet. So we're jumping in. So here is all of your cords, and I love it because it comes with all of the things, right? So comes with your extender here. Does come with one USB-C to USB-C, which is great. This is going to be probably your surge, your power bank itself. So there's your extended right here. You just throw that in there. Your power bank right here, charging bank. There's a little light right here that'll pop on. So I'll show you that once we get it turned on. And then the device itself is pre-wrapped. Almost looks like a mini hard drive. And it is sealed. So the great thing about having multiple displays is, especially the docking station, right, is just plugging in your computer remote no matter what you're using there. So this is pretty lightweight, not as heavy as I thought it would be. You have the option to go horizontal. You can lay it flat like this, or vertical like this. So you have these skip pads on this, so you can lay it this way, or just on the bottom like this. So let's go through all of the ports, and I'll walk you through each one and what it has. So with your extender on the power pack, it's going to be 8 feet long. And both, you've got 5 feet on one side with the plug, and then another 3 feet on the other side with the power that goes to the docking station itself. So I'm going to move this out of the way. We'll plug in the docking station in just a minute here. So it does have this port protection that you can just peel off. And you can see right here, this is our DC port. So we're going to get our power right here like this. I'll kind of move this out of the rest of the way. We have a power button here. So we're going to turn this on. Nice and easy. That little green LED light right there. So let's just take a look at the port. So on the back side, you can see that it's actually organized by display, which I really, really like. So you're going to get display 1, display 2, display 3. So you've got HDMI 1, HDMI 2, HDMI 3, HDMI 4, and then 2 display ports here, which is going to give you a max of 4 potential displays. Now, again, if you're running a Mac, you're going to have to download a driver to do this. It'll actually do screen recording. And so you can, and it's not actually recording anything, it's just recording that screen and pushing it back up there anyway. You've got a USB 2.0 on the back. You've got your host right here. So I'm going to actually plug my USB-C into my Mac. At least it'll charge right now without the drivers. And then you also have a LAN, right? So if you have wired internet, you can throw this in right here. I don't have wired internet in this room, unfortunately. It's wireless. That's where you would throw that. And these 2 LED lights would light up when you're getting a connectivity right there. So again, we can lay it vertical or horizontal like this. Now in the front, we're gonna hold it like this. We've got a USB-C. This is a 3.0, so this is going to be a charging. We have a USB-C here, which will be an 18 watt. So this would be for a phone or headphones or to charge a USB stick. You also have a TF card reader and an SD card reader. You also have a headphone or microphone jack, or both in the same. You have your 10, 10, and these are, you know, classic USB-Cs, and then you have your USB 2.0. So again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 ports with some dual displays. Again, with the SD slot will work with a micro SD as long as you put it inside, you know, the traditional holder. That's a 3.0 slot, I want to make sure. And then your HDMI over here, sorry, HDMI 3 and HDMI 4 are going to be resolution up to 4K and 60 hertz. And then your traditional HDMI 1 and 2 are going to be 2K with up to 60 hertz. And those are driver based, where this is just plug and play. So the DC port, which is right here, supports 100 watt output. So this is going to charge anything that you have plugged into it. And I really like this kind of sleek design. This is something that could slide on your desk. It could sit something right here. I'm not going to show you the one that I currently have. The one that I currently have is bigger and has less ports, and is only a dual monitor. And so let's jump in, and I'm gonna get it plugged in, show you the display, get the driver set up, and just show you kind of what I'm working with so you can see, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's the setup. Got the driver, super easy to install, and we've got three things happening, right? So right here, I'm on Amazon, obviously on the product link. I'm here on the home page, and I can control this. I've got other things going on over here on ESPN, the NBA playoffs. And then down here on the hub, I've got a lot going on. So everything that's plugged in here, let me just tell you. So I've got our power here. I've got our USB, which is going to that ring light right there. On the back side, I've got two displays. So an HDMI display. I have this, which is going to my camera, which is right here. And then I have another one that is going to our mic. So I could do a podcast or recording, different things like that. So I haven't even maxed out all of the plugs that you can see right here. I do have a USB-C in the front as I get close up. I've got two other USB-Cs. Again, this is the C. Don't have my headphones plugged in yet. I'm listening to the Bluetooth separately on some separate speakers, but I could plug in headphones here, or a mic or anything like that if I wanted to. And then I still have the SD card right here and the TF right here. So super easy to use. I've also got my Stream Deck running here. So, I mean, I have a lot of different options with this. Again, if we wanted to have a butterfly stand here, we could have two more displays up here. Depending on if you're using a display port or an HDMI port, those would either be 2K or 4K with the 60 hertz. And this is easy, right? So you can set up your flow. I'm not going to go into the details of my Mac. I actually have mine where I slide everything from here to here to here instead of this being in the middle. It's just the way. So this just slides naturally across this way. So third window, second window, first window. You can work on all the arrangements however you want when you get it plugged in on your computer. Super easy to get set up. It took me less than 2 minutes. So let me just give you your final thoughts. Let me give you my final thoughts after I've played around with it for a few minutes. Maybe watch some videos, some film, go that way. Okay, so I decided, you know what, I have another portable screen. I'm going to add this one here. So again, I've got the TobenONE website app here. I've got the Amazon link here. I've got some guitar tabs here. I've got ESPN here. So I've got the three screens here, and I've arranged them a little bit differently so I can go left to go here, right? Anyway, the arrangements doesn't matter. So I've been using this for about an hour and just kind of walking through everything. So let me give you my final thought. So I think sometimes when people are getting ready to set up multiple screens, they get kind of overwhelmed and like, I don't know how to do it. I don't have the cables. I don't know how to do all of this stuff. And this setup from TobenONE is super easy. The drivers take care of everything if you're on a Mac. Again, I don't have a PC, I'm on a Mac, and I just downloaded it and it's good to go. You can see that I had the three screens here. I can arrange it any way that I want. The volume works great on all of them. Two of these monitors have built-in speakers, so they were able to play things simultaneously. This third monitor here is just a mirroring monitor or to drag stuff over. It does not have audio coming out of it. So as far as the install, super easy. the instructions, right? Again, I probably am a little bit more advanced, but all of the instructions are in the quick start manual. It shows you how to set up which one you plug into which port, how you arrange them, how you can do that on your Mac or your PC. As far as the durability, hard metal, super easy to use, comes with a 2-year warranty. Super stoked to share this product with you. I appreciate you watching.